a classic Australian town from the 1800s. By day, a fascinating historic relic. By night, alleged to come alive with the spirits of the pioneering past. But at the top of the stairs, in the house of ill repute, who is watching from the window? Tonight, on Haunting Australia, a collection of colonial cottages, up to 2 centuries old, gathered together with their ghosts. Welcome to the Australiana Pioneer Village and the most haunted street in Australia.
The buildings here were moved plank by plank. So the question becomes, do the ghosts move with the buildings? And I think tonight we're going to find out.
Another chilling challenge for the Haunting Australia team. From the UK, psychic bad boy Ian Lawman, medium and ordained exorcist, and old school supernatural sleuth Ray Jordan. From India, ghost hunter and metaphysicist Gaurav Tiwari. From Australia, accomplished paranormal researcher Alan Tiller. And medium clairvoyant Raylene Cable. From the US, internationally renowned lead investigator Rob Demarest.
I've been investigating the paranormal for over 20 years. You name it, I've hunted it. And I believe this team has what it takes to find out what's haunting down under.
Situated in the historic Hawkesbury region of New South Wales is the Australiana Pioneer Village, an authentic colonial theme park, the brainchild of entrepreneur Bill McLaughlin. In the 1960s, fearing local historic buildings were in danger of being lost forever, McLaughlin embarked on a salvage mission. With considerable effort and expense, he transported 20 of the most significant structures from the local area to the site. With meticulous detail, the age-old cottages were refurbished to recreate a pioneering town. But are the buildings all that was brought back to life?
I believe that you're attached to something, you really like something, you're going to travel with it no matter where. So these buildings have travelled maybe miles, but people are still going to be attached to those houses. That was their home, that's where they lived, so they're going to be in there.
With the best of intentions, McLaughlin may have collected a village of troubled spirits. Word of the invisible inhabitants soon spread, with much activity reported from Perry's house, the upstairs level of which once functioned as a brothel.
I was actually conducting a tour and I looked up. I actually noticed that the curtains were drawn across. This has happened on quite a few occasions. So I went upstairs and put them straight. Then you look back later and the curtains are drawn as if someone has been peeking. And this has happened quite regularly.
Mitchell Cottage, home of Ern Mitchell, who drove the local bullock teams, also plays host to unexplained occurrences.
So I was walking in through the front door of Mitchell Cottage to lock up like normal procedures, and to the left of me, standing in front of the fireplace, I saw this tall, dark shadow. As soon as I recognised that, it was a dark shadow, it sort of just disappeared again. All the other times that we've had ghost tours and that in there, we've only ever picked up on a female energy. That was the first time that I knew of at that stage that anyone had even sensed a male energy in there.
I'm getting very mild readings on my millimetre.
In 2011, on a ghost tour of the village schoolhouse, one young participant suffered a paranormal shock she'll never forget.
So we're in the schoolhouse and we're pretty much playing schools.
Ring a rosy.
No, everyone was acting all kiddie and, mucking around, getting excited. And I was sitting by myself. All of a sudden, something just touched my leg.
What? What's wrong? What's the matter?
What's wrong?
You getting touched?
It's pretty standard.
So it grabbed me like that, but it was below my knee. I could feel it grab my knee.
It's all right, babe. We're all here with you, okay? Nothing's going to hurt you.
I'm here with you.
I'm 100% sure I have been touched by the supernatural.
The team arrives as night descends on this spooky site.
By day, it may be a beautiful place to visit and get together with the family, but by night, I think it's a completely different story.
You walk into the buildings and they're so eerie, they're so scary. It sends shivers down your spine, so I'm really excited and looking forward to this evening.
CCTV cameras have been rigged up and down the street and inside the claustrophobic cottages, leading back to Surveillance Central, where all activity will be monitored. Let the ghostly games begin.
So here we are.
Investigation time.
Yeah.
As mediums Ian and Raylene commence their solo investigations, Rob and Alan closely watch their progress from Surveillance Central.
Well, I've got to go this way now.
I'll see you later.
All the best.
Quite eerie, just looking at the old buildings. Just looks really, really, really spooky. I'm kind of drawn to the barber shop for some reason. Saddler to the right. Okay, here goes.
Ian is approaching Perry's house, a building which underwent many incarnations during its dark history.
Whoa. The building, for me, it feels, there's many levels. It's just almost like I'm seeing a barber shop now, but I feel there's something else would have been here at some point. While I'm here, I'm kind of drawn to the room to my left. I can kind of hear voices in the background as well, which is quite strange. I'm about to leave the barber's room, a little hallway, and there's a staircase.
The top floor of Perry's was once notorious throughout the Hawkesbury.
Mr. Perry, the father, was accused of putting his daughters into prostitution. People tend to report that they've felt some sort of presence or they feel they saw something. The single scariest story I've heard about this place, one of the people that were on my tour said that the lady was standing in the middle of the staircase halfway up.
Okay, I'm just now going to go up the staircase and just see if there's anybody up here. I don't know why my heart's racing. My heart's racing as I'm going up the stairs. Oh, shit. There's something behind me. Oh. As I'm going up the stairs, my ears are starting to buzz. I feel quite sad in this room. I feel there's a female, maybe 14, 15, somewhere around there. I can also hear a baby crying as well. There's a real strong smell in here. I feel quite nervous in this room. This room more so is comfortable. There is music and stuff going on in here. There is laughter, but there's also sadness as well going with this room. I just felt like I didn't want to stay in there any longer, so I needed to come out.
Just on my way to investigate Cartwright Cottage. It's a nice, beautiful old building. Let's see what we've got in here.
Cartwright Cottage is where the spirit of a lady in period dress has been witnessed.
Oh, I can't walk in. That's interesting. When I normally get that type of sensation, it's almost a sign of like an energy block or a spirit trying to block me from getting into a particular area. So, oh, I might have to stand for a moment and just see if I'm going to get any sense of getting into this room. I feel really breathless. I just feel a little bit breathless. It's not like I've ran anywhere. It's a real heavy energy. I almost feel like I'm not meant to come into this room for some unknown reason, so I'm just going to push a little bit further and hope that everything's okay when I get in here. Oh, I just almost feel like I'm not welcome in here. I'm not scared. I'm not scared in this room. Oh, I was just about to just lean on this bed and I just heard this voice, don't sit on the bed.
Do you reckon she'll sit on the bed?
I say she will not sit on the bed.
I reckon she will.
I'm not going to disrespect anything here, but I just want to lean against the bed.
I win.
You do. She said that's a lean. You are sitting on the bed, Raylene.
Oh, I've got a lady's voice with me. I'm very quick to talk, very quick to talk. Not very happy, though. She doesn't like people coming in here. Oh, she was very private. I feel like she was a homebody. It's interesting, I'm hearing the words like tuberculosis, so I wonder whether or not there was a case where this woman had tuberculosis and she's collapsed on the floor in her passing. I also want to say I feel she's actually had a little boy. She lost a little boy as a baby, a little boy. Okay, she's telling me she doesn't want to scare anybody. She just likes to be in her own space. Wow. I felt a little bit like I'd intruded on her space, invaded her privacy, which I don't always feel like that. Normally you go in and just make that connection. So it was interesting, but a little bit sad, I guess, a little bit sad.
These buildings look so weird at night. Just feel all these people are just looking at you through the windows.
Ian is heading to Mitchell Cottage at the top of the street. Once home to local bullocky Ern Mitchell and his wife. Both a male and female presence have been reported in this tiny space.
If there's anybody here right now and you'd like to communicate with me, we invite you to step forward. It's just a real weird feeling in here. So that's moving.
Coming up,
What the hell's going on?
have Rob and Alan cornered a malevolent presence in the schoolhouse.
There's someone here who'd like to communicate with us?
I was just walking here,
But after the break, who's lurking in the cottage with Ian?
just stood here, just stood staring.
The allegedly haunted Australiana pioneer village, where spirits from the past are said to congregate after dark. And tonight, the Haunting Australia team is trapped in their midst.
Jesus.
In 180-year-old Mitchell Cottage, Ian has received a nasty paranormal jolt.
What was that? Just bear with me 2 seconds. I don't know if I just caught my own reflection in it. Oh my God. Okay, guys, I've just actually seen something. I've just seen somebody in white stood straight next to me.
Unfortunately, Ian didn't pan his camera quickly enough to catch the figure.
I think we need to get someone to take some stills in here.
Gaurav arrives at Mitchell Cottage armed with a full-spectrum stills camera.
I'm here.
Which can see far more than the human eye.
Gaurav, how are you?
I'm good.
Wow.
Could you feel something here?
It made me jump. At first, I actually thought it was my reflection. I couldn't really feel a lot when I walked in. Then I started being aware of somebody in the room.
Wow. So,
Mr. Cool.
Ian,
Wasn't cool.
Ian, Mr. Cool, the psychic bad boy, gets shaken up.
I was just walking here. I put my torch on, and I just slowly spun the camera around, and there's an apparition of a lady in white just stood here, just stood staring at me. As clear as day, just this white gown. The lady who just showed herself in this room, I'd like you to identify yourself. She's here, Graf. She's here now. I can feel her.
If you live in this house, can you come forward and show yourself to me?
Could you maybe appear on a photograph, on a picture? Bring your energy forward now.
Can you make some noise to let us know that you want to play with us? If you live in this house and you try to touch me here, can you come forward and show yourself to me?
You all right? What happened?
Someone touched on my trousers. Someone pulled my trousers.
It's gone. The energy's dropped. Yeah. She's gone.
I feel a sudden calmness in this room.
Yeah, I agree.
Returning to Surveillance Central, the duo report their findings.
You know, something interesting happened with me in Mitchell's house. I was communicating with anyone living there, and suddenly I felt someone touch on my trousers. Someone pulled my trousers down. And
the bizarre thing was, I was on the similar sort of side to you, on the opposite side. As soon as you walk into the room, the opposite side of the table, and that's when I got that gust of wind across my face.
This could be something spiritual.
As the team recovers from their amusement at Gaurav's ghostly trouser tug, Raylene explores the village further.
It's a solo investigation, so I'm just on my way to investigate the old Marsden house.
The Marsden Park Public School was named for Samuel Marsden, a controversial figure in Hawkesbury history. As a magistrate and cleric, he was known as the flogging parson, due to his eagerness to send convicts to the whipping post. As an educator, he was a strict disciplinarian, encouraging corporal punishment in local schools.
But the feelings I'm getting at the moment, and I'm actually right at the front, it's like where I would stand if I was the teacher or the principal, and I'm actually getting a very strong sense of a male energy, a very dominant energy, and I'm getting 30 years. To me, I feel like he was in the industry as a teacher. I almost feel like I want to get the cane, and I feel like I just want to slam the cane down. I don't know if he was a nice person, to be honest. He may have been a great teacher at one point, but the words I'm feeling here is strict, strict, strict. I just want to go to the back of this room, and I almost feel like I want to sit down and be one of the students. So I'm going to see if I can make a connection here, and I actually feel like I want to go to this area here. I am getting a very strong sense of... I'm hearing a little boy. This little boy is still trying to be acknowledged in some way. I actually feel we've got the two here right now. And it's interesting because I felt the male energy down the front and the little boy's up the back.
Could the little boy, Raylene senses, be keeping his distance from a schoolmaster overly keen on the cane?
The first impression was an older male, obviously a teacher of some sort or someone who played a role. But I didn't feel comfortable with him, I'll be honest. I actually almost felt this authority figure. I felt this sense of someone who liked control.
Public school, 1889. Let's do this.
Intrigued by Raylene's experience, Rob and Alan enter the spooky schoolhouse with an arsenal of technical ammunition. Their mission is to find evidence. Hard evidence.
I'm going to set up the EMF meter at what I presume would be the teacher's desk, kind of aiming it back at us so we can keep an eye on it. Electromagnetic flux is what happens when the electromagnetic field around us changes. In a natural way, the Earth, our bodies, gives off an electromagnetic field, And in a man-made sense, the electromagnetic field comes from microwaves, fridges, computers. So it's really all around us, and we're looking for those significant changes. So you're gonna hear a loud noise. There we go. Whoa. What the hell's going on? There's nothing here that should be giving us that kind of... Is there someone here who'd like to communicate with us?
There's no electrical points down here at all.
No, it's somewhere right here by the chair.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because that's exactly
So
the
if
corner.
there's no power down there, the
Yeah.
EMF meter should not be making any kind of buzzing or reaction noise to that corner.
That's the corner I was drawn to when I went in.
I got my millimeter.
A Mel meter gauges sudden changes in both electromagnetic flux and temperature, both of which are said to indicate paranormal activity.
1.
Look.
1.3. 1.7. 1.9.
Right here, right at the chair. If you go over here, you expect the wiring, right? It goes down. EMF fields are usually pretty easy to track. Both of us are looking for man-made EMF. It shouldn't vary that much.
I actually have some equipment over there called an REM pod that emits an EMF field, and if anything breaks that field, it'll set the alarms and the lights off on it. Do you think I should maybe set some up down the side?
Let's get them right now. We want to take the tech to the point that we can experience what the mediums are reporting to us. So what we did is incorporate a number of techniques. We were looking for EMF fluctuation. We were looking for temperature fluctuation. If there is anyone present who would like to speak to us this evening, just want you to know that we are not here to harm you. We're not here to bother you. We're not here to trap you or trick you. What we are here for is to attempt to communicate with you, to talk to you. Is this something you're interested in?
So in a couple of seconds, hopefully this will start generating some fog for us. And combined with our laser grid, we should be able to see anything that moves in the room.
I mean, I've done laser grids before, but this is pretty incredible. Alan's idea of combining a fog machine and a laser to create almost a room filled with laser beams that are visible is incredible. I've never seen anything like that in an investigation before, and it's just an amazing way to document any movement of even air particles going through the room. Whoa, holy shit. There it goes.
There it goes.
Oh my God. The lasers are solid.
Awesome.
Now that's a party.
Just put my hand in there. So it's nice and clear.
Oh yeah. You can see, it looks like an imprint of your hand staying there.
That is quite amazing.
Personally, in my opinion, it's a stunning experiment to get the visual evidence that we look for.
But how did this ghost hunter conceive such a radical concept?
I used to play in a few bands years ago.
Sure.
Seeing all the lasers and all the lights and then the smoke coming through, if someone moved through, you could clearly see a person.
Right.
So I kind of figured if a spirit has just even the smallest amount of mass, they're going to break the laser beams, as we well know that they do.
Sure.
But surely we'd be able to see them move through the fog as well.
All you have to do is walk through the smoke. It's perfectly safe. Whoa.
Oh, what's that? What's going on?
Coming up on Haunting Australia, who or what is lurking behind the window?
Frickin', I saw that. No, serious guys, look. You can actually see it bloody moving.
And after the break, the schoolroom spirits pump up the volume.
I just got a 6.1.
Whoa.
6.4.
Haunting Australia team is investigating the Australiana Pioneer Village in New South Wales. A collection of colonial buildings plagued by reports of the paranormal.
A lady in white just stood here, just stood staring at me.
Inside its historic schoolroom, Raylene sensed a threatening presence.
And I'm actually getting a very strong sense of a male energy, a very dominant energy.
Now, Rob and Alan's equipment elicits a powerful response.
Whoa.
Oh, what's that? What's going on?
REM pod
On
is
the
going
desk.
off.
Alan's tri-field meter is also going off.
Hey, I just got a 6.1. Whoa! 6.4.
The schoolroom is rocked by an electromagnetic disturbance. Could it be a spirit?
I've seen fluctuation of EMF. It might go to a 0.4, 0.5, even a 1.2. But to go from 0 to 6.2 almost instantaneously, something very strange seemed to be going on. There's good potential. There is something present here. What I think we want to do is kind of vacate and just leave this the way it is set up for now. We set up a variety of equipment, everything from a fog machine to laser lights to voice recorders, video recorders. What we want to do is let the environment kind of settle down, leave our equipment running, and hope for even bigger results, something visual, possibly even an apparition.
On the far side of the village, Ray approaches an abandoned and desolate cottage.
What's interesting about McMahon Cottage is that it used to sit by the Hawkesbury River, and there is a death associated to this where someone had drowned and their body was never found. It's a little bit imposing to me. And okay. Where's the door? Feels so sad. Okay. My battery said 117 minutes. And it just seems like it's going to drain. I don't know why. I'm not sure whether that means that there's more energies connected to this building because there was a death. Is there someone here with me? Are you the man that drowned but was never found? I had 117 or 114 minutes left on this camera, and now it's showing that the battery's drained, and I'm actually starting to get a bit spooked. Oh, God. I'm coming out now, coming out.
The isolated cottage creeps Ray out a bit too much.
It's very overwhelming being inside. And again, this may sound stupid, but the building feels very, very sad. I actually didn't like being in there, I must admit. Oh, Jesus.
As Ray recovers, Raylene attends St. Philip's Church, situated at the bottom of the hill.
It's a beautiful little old church. Dates back to 1860.
But possibly not as welcoming as it looks.
Oh, okay. I just had a really strange sensation as I was coming into the church. I just felt a real, again, I just got it again. Wow. I just felt this amazing push. It's like I was pushed in the door, I get in the door, and then I was pushed again. Again, I'm almost feeling like I'm being pushed a little bit here. Okay, I do feel there's someone in here. I'm just wondering if it's a male energy. And I got a yes, I just got a confirmation of that. Oh, someone who doesn't like people investigating. Whoa. I'll just stop here for a minute because I just, all of a sudden, just had to stop.
We're taking homes from this area, right? And suddenly we're putting them on tour. You've got people coming in and out. So it makes sense that if there's spirits present, they're trying their best to keep people out.
Okay. I'm going to leave this room now. I think I could clearly say there's definitely activity in this room.
I'm going to walk in the middle of a haunted village. Seems to be noise coming from here. Keith Cottage.
As a dance hall in the 1800s, Case Cottage was an epicenter of social activity. It is now said to be an epicenter of spirit activity.
Hello? If there's anybody here who would like to talk to me, could you let me know by tapping something? There. I just heard a tap then, in that corner. If somebody was trying to communicate with me by making a tapping noise, can you do that again? There's something behind me there. All seems very quiet in Case Cottage.
To pull the curtain.
The action seems to have moved out onto the street, where Gaurav has witnessed what he believes a paranormal phenomenon.
When I came out from there, I was coming to you guys to tell what happened with me. Then I saw the first curtain towards the glass was moved.
And you were here on your own, and you can 100% say there was no one in the house?
Exactly.
The curtain, seemingly moving on its own in Perry's house, is a commonly reported occurrence.
I actually noticed that the curtains were drawn across, so I went upstairs and put them straight. But then you look back later and the curtains are drawn.
The fascinated camera crew gathers with the investigators.
I'd have to go into the house to feel it, obviously, to see if there is any energy, but it's actually looking like it's moving. Yeah, look, it is. Look at it. No, serious, guys, look.
It absolutely is moving.
Freaking, I saw that.
Look at it, it's moving further now.
Yeah, look, it is. Look at it. No, serious, guys, look. You can actually see it bloody moving.
From being completely closed, over a period of 10 minutes, the curtain inexplicably opened. Raylene is eager to investigate further.
Do you want to come with me, Ray?
If you want me to.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, be back in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, it does have a funny smell, doesn't it?
It's okay.
There's nothing. There's not a draft. Actually, around this window, it's quite solid. The only way that can be moved is if someone physically moves it.
The trio reports back to Surveillance Central.
I saw curtain being pulled. There was no one up there who could pull the curtain.
We went around the window, checked if there was any draft, and it's actually quite a solid window. Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, we need to get back out there and get back to it.
Just about to go back to further investigate, and before I do, I'm just going to take a bit of a shot of what I'm investigating. This is the curtain that actually moved earlier when I was with Ray and Gaurav. I just saw it move. Just then when I looked up to the left, it was actually moving like there was a breeze there. Let's just do it. I walked up here earlier and never heard a creak. So I'm just going to take it step by step and see how we go. Okay, that's a step. I hope it's not going to fall from under my feet. Whew. Let's see what I can see, and hopefully if there's anything to be seen. So the curtain seems to be quite stable now. It doesn't seem... Whoa, camcorder's gone. Whoa! Out of here.
After the break, what sent Raylene scurrying down the stairs?
Just as the camcorder turned off, I heard this definite sound.
The ghosts of the Australiana pioneer village appear to have been very active tonight. Ian was spooked by an old world apparition. Gaurav claims he was touched by ghostly hands.
Someone pulled my trousers.
Rob and Alan believe they captured evidence of a spirit in the schoolhouse.
I just got a 6.1. Whoa! 6.4.
And team members witnessed the haunted curtain of Perry's house opening by itself.
Look, it is. Look at it. No, serious, guys, look. You can actually see it bloody moving.
Perry's house is a former brothel, believed to be infested by the spirits of its working girls. Returning to investigate, Raylene gets a fright.
So the curtain seems to be quite stable now. It doesn't seem... Whoa, camcorder's gone. Whoa! Out of here. Just as the camcorder turned off, I heard this definite sound like someone had dropped something, and there's no one else in there.
Was the ghost of a period-era prostitute marking her territory?
The curtain hasn't moved, but I think there's activity.
A final inspection of the cottage proves it empty yet again. And with night coming to an end, its occupants remain concealed, along with the other colonial spirits. As our investigators complete their trip back in time, they have a swag of evidence to sift through. But first, they're keen to further explore the region. The Pioneer Village is located near the Hawkesbury River, one of Sydney's most renowned waterways, and most popular swimming spots, Palm Beach. Viewers of the Australian soap opera Home and Away will know it as Summer Bay.
I'm a big fan of Home and Away back at home, a big Summer Bay fan, so it's really exciting for me.
Gaurav and Ray are flying there by seaplane, both ghost hunters being aficionados of air travel.
Let's go, Tokyo.
Gaurav as a former pilot, Ray as a former airline steward.
There will be no in-flight service today, thank you.
The rest of the ghost hunters eagerly await their arrival at the Palm Beach dock. The landing is smooth and, after a quick boat ride to shore, the team is soon reunited.
So it's amazing to fly from the neck of the Hawkesbury River. Beautiful, absolutely stunning to see it up in the air.
And how did Gaurav rate the flight?
Flight was quite smooth and the pilot was pretty impressive.
They relocate to the iconic beach to enjoy a good old Aussie barbie. Real bloke Alan Tiller mans the tongs.
Are you going to be okay without your giant trench coat?
I'm sure I'll be fine. So guys, how do you like your steak cooked?
Medium is fine for me.
I like my medium, just with a touch of pink.
Alan, is this kind of typical Australian barbecue?
Kind of.
Can I tell you what my issue is?
What?
No shrimp
No
on the
shrimp,
Barbie?
no.
How is that Australian?
Alan proves a good host, even whipping something up for the team's vegetarian bad boy.
I'm kind of bordering vegan. I'm not fully vegan, but I'm bordering it.
Enjoying my food.
The team soaks up the glorious view while they eat.
How's the food, everyone?
Beautiful.
Top notch.
Awesome.
They walk off their meal with a stroll along the bay.
For someone like me who spends a lot of time in dank basements and haunted castles, getting out here to something this beautiful was perfect.
And while the techies enjoy an afternoon snooze, the team's psychics slip off for an Aussie soap star moment. They can't resist a dip in the sparkling Pacific. For Ian, his first time in Australian waters.
A lot of people don't realise that salt water is very good for spiritual cleansing. So all the paranormal activity we've had around us, just jumping in that water just clears your chakras.
It was very cleansing. We're both mediums. We both need the water to clear our auras and things, so that was brilliant.
Jumping in the water for the first time in Australia was absolutely amazing. Just really, really exciting, and I'm still buzzing from the fact I've done that.
All in all, a glorious day at Summer Bay.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
After their big day out, it's back to work, weighing up the evidence they've collected. The team returns to the Australiana Pioneer Village Schoolhouse, the site of so much activity on the night. Gaurav is first to stand at the head of the class.
After investigating the Mitchell cottage, I was walking down to the control room. I suddenly noticed the curtain is partially open in a strange manner. The whole crew was there with me when I pointed this out to everyone. Ray and Raylene also joined me there. And within 5 minutes, everyone saw that it opened more.
Yeah, look, it is. Look at it. No, serious, guys, look. You can actually see it bloody moving. Gaurav, I'm 100% with you. I was there was witnesses, there was the crew that were in amazement. So I do believe there was something moving that curtain.
I was there, and I was looking at the window, and I believe that I thought I saw it move.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. To watch an object move when there's no one in that room is big.
But unfortunately, the team did not capture any evidence to explain how the curtain moved.
I found some really interesting evidence, and the first one's Mitchell Cottage. Jesus. As I was panning the camera round, to my right, I was aware of a shadow, and as I spun round before I could manage to get the camera around, I saw a female stood there, solid.
Wow, I can validate his experience with my experience. At the same spot, someone tugged on my trousers.
So nothing's caught on camera whatsoever at all? There's not even a little figure, a little bit of mist or anything?
Unfortunately not.
It's terrific that Gaurav can substantiate that, saw the same thing, so it's not just one. If we don't have it on camera, we want something to back it up.
But Ian believes he may have captured proof.
My next bit of evidence, guys, is Case Cottage. If there's anybody here who would like to talk to me, could you let me know by tapping something? There.
Whoa.
Very clearly, you could hear a tap after I called out.
What Ian experienced is known to paranormal investigators as knock in response.
Let's go back on that. If there's anybody here who would like to talk to me, could you let me know by tapping something? There.
That's great correlation. You asked for the tap, you got the tap.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But the psychic bad boy is saving the best for last, an EVP, or electronic voice phenomenon.
This is when I was walking down the street. Now, heads up, I want you to really listen to this.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Hear a voice?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, when you really listen to it, it says, get out.
I recognized, I said, that sounds like my classic, get out.
I'd agree with Rob as well. Having heard so many EVPs with a similar kind of tone and pitch, it just stands out as get out to me as well. So do you think the spirit that you heard could be the local bullocky Ern Mitchell?
Possibly. I mean, he was known for the street, wasn't he? He used to walk up and down the street, and it was kind of central.
A highlight of the investigation was Alan and Rob's paranormal light show.
Okay, so we were present in this room. We were doing an experiment that we have never tried before. We were combining the laser pointer with a fog machine. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, what's that? What's going off?
REM pod is going off.
Hey, I just got a 6.1.
Whoa.
6.4.
That is a huge hit. And it just kept happening at unexplained times. Camera is pointing here, aiming into the area where both psychics independently hit on something as well as confirmed EMF. It worked. We may have an apparition. You're gonna see a faint white shape that moves from center of the screen and quickly out. One of the important points to make here is that no one has been in this room for about 25 minutes when this happens. Nothing like that happens before or after.
But that's a locked off camera, so there's no movement from the camera itself, so whatever it is has actually gone across the screen.
The team believes it has captured a partial apparition. But whether it's the spirit of the strict schoolmaster of Marsden Park Public School is destined to remain one of the many secrets of the Australiana Pioneer Village.
Our investigation was definitely a success in Pioneer Village because this place speaks of its history.
As soon as the sun goes down, it's just like the spirits come out to play, and it's very, very spooky.
Tonight's big question is, can you move homes, offices, buildings into one area and create this haunted town? And the answer appears to be yes.